What up, everybody? Straw Hat Brody here, back at it again with another playthrough, part 17, final stretch. Now, I'm going to continue this on my Paladin. You know what I like to do? I like to wait until I am max level to really mess around with some cool transmogs. And this is actually the Headless Horseman transmog that just came out for the month of October on the trading post. It's actually pretty cool. It goes well with the Arathi kind of set, the Nightfall patch that dropped. So that's the mog I'm rocking with. And you look good, you play good, right? So here we go. Let's continue with the story. Preparing for the unknown. Well, I know where to find Dagran if I'm missing him. It's good to see him so happy and in his element. He's done me proud. Thank you for helping him along the way. Urban Odyssey. Did you hear, Holy Brody? A lot of folks from the city are eager to lend a hand and support our attack on the Nerubians and Zalatath. I think it's worth reaching out to them to see how they could pitch in. The more support we gather, the better. All right. So I think we're being errand boys, and we're going. Thank you, Holy Brody. The more people we get on board with helping, the more successful we'll be. But we won't get anywhere if we don't have a large enough fighting force. The Earthen are not in good shape, but I think Illyria may be helping with that. Right. What does Illyria have after the storm? Torellian and Gaara are training our new Earthen allies as ground forces, but we will need more than that. Will we will need the Storm Riders. Many were lost in the infiltration of the Storm Perch, and more to the Nerubians. Their leader, Stormward Baelgrin, died valiantly. R.I.P. Baelgrin. The surviving Storm Riders are being cared for at the triage station nearby. We need to do whatever is necessary to get them and their rooks back in the air. They will be the Earthen's most potent weapon in the battle to come. All right, check on Storm Riders. It's the beauty of a good story. Oh, here's the wrong. All right, Storm Rider Volcar injuries look severe, but he should pull through. You all right? My shoulder, I don't dare remove this pauldron. It may be the only thing holding my arm together. What happened out there? It was chaos. We were expecting reinforcements from the Storm Purge, but they never came. We were overwhelmed. Storm Rider Eldutor shows no outward signs of injury, but she nevertheless appears in great pain. Are you okay? I keep reliving the battle over and over, and my memory is broken. I hear the Stormbrooks screaming and see their riders falling so far. Are the four of you all that's left? As far as I know, but even if we were well enough to fly, our Stormbrooks are gone. What are we now? Stormrider Huntford wears a thousand-year stare. He doesn't even look up as you approach. Hello? It takes him a moment, but Huntford eventually meets your gaze. I'm sorry, were you saying something? Where did all the Stormrooks come from? The Stormrooks have always been with us. Our Stormlord Baelgrim knew of their origins, and he took those secrets to the grave. Alright, Stormrider Murand appears to have a significant head injury. She looks to be shielding her eyes from the light. How are you holding up? Been better. Hit the ground hard when I lost my Stormbrook. One moment she was under me, the next she was just gone. Would Baelgrim have told anyone how to summon the Stormbrooks? I don't know, maybe Gorin, but he is gone too. Perhaps you should try one of the Rook Tenders. Okay, why is Thrall here? There are so few Storm Riders left, and it seems their Rooks were lost in battle. But we must not despair. If Storm Rooks were summoned into our world once before, it can be done again. So that leads to believe that the Stormrooks come from another dimension, I guess the elemental plane. So look tender, Ufsela. I can't believe what happened. So many Storm Riders lost, and the poor Stormrooks. They were dispersed back to Skywall, a place where they haven't seen Haven't seen in Titan knows how long. They must be so scared. Do you know how to find more Stormbrooks? That was awkward. Well, doesn't take an investigator to see that. I like this new armor they gave Thrall too. Where did she go? Why did he turn that way? Oh, I guess that was the right way. After the storm. I'm sorry about Schrombredair. She was just protecting me, and I lied to protect her. But you truly don't intend to take her away. You just want to summon more Stormbrooks. Dahar Otsan? I love the Stormbrooks. Taking care of them was my directive, so they're all I've ever known. But even so, there are more questions about them than that I even don't have answers to. Baelgrim, Stormboard Baelgrim, he was the expert. I'd pester him about them at every opportunity, and he shared what he could. He told me once about summoning rooks at Dar Otsan. It's an old Stormrider outpost that predates the Storm Purge. If you want to know more about Stormbrooks, that's where we need to go. When I saw you two coming, I had this feeling, and when you mentioned the Stormbrooks, I was afraid you wanted to take Stromberg. I don't know what I'd do without her. Ah, let me do it. In Skywall, I think we went to Skywall in Cataclysm. That's where we fought the Wind people. I forget their names. It's a lot of lore in this world, man, to remember. All right. I can't quite process Pilgrim is gone. It doesn't seem possible. He is the very embodiment of the Storm Riders. Without him, what's become of the rest? You worked with Pilgrim? Yes, I was his first Storm Guard. I was at his side from the very beginning. We had a falling out over binding of the rooks. I had hoped that time would eventually bring us back together. It is hard to believe that that opportunity will never come. Who are all these Earthen here? I am not certain. I learned of Earthen congregating here and came to investigate. They seem to include Oathsworn and Unbound. The only commodity among them is a compulsion to come to his place. I have not seen or heard of anything like this in all my years. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, on with the quest. So Belgrim is gone, and now others have come. You mean to summon more rooks, don't you? Conduit of the Southern Storm. I'll tell you what I told Baelgrim when we last spoke. The binding of Stormrooks is wrong. These creatures are as smart as any earthen. Some I'd say are smarter. But Lucella seems to be different. If her rook follows her willingly, then perhaps others will make that choice as well if she summons them. To summon rooks, we need Baelgrim's conduit. is tucked away here somewhere. Have a look around and maybe ask these pilgrims if they have seen it. The protection of the unbound is my top priority, but I was drawn here nonetheless. What if the best way for me to protect my people awaits me at the peak? Do some investigative work. By the looks of it, the storm riders of old enjoyed a good drink between sorties. Yeah, no reason Baelgrim's conduit would be out here, though. Okay. This building looks like a storehouse, but it seems contained herein are mostly sundries with an odd weapon laying about. There is no sign of Baelgrim's conduit. Okay. I think I'm going to skip reading each one of those and just kind of complete the quest because it's going to be a bunch of that stuff. Well, I'll probably read the people we talked to. Oof, dead body. The skeleton appears that of a kobold. The bone fractures are consistent with a fall from great height. Was this guy up? What was this guy up to in here? Okay, let's see. Someone had laid down planks over steps and rubbed them with wax. There are gouges of wood from something being dragged across them. Okay. This gate is rusted into an open position. The space it once protected would have been likely a choice for Belgrin to store an item of importance. Notably, there are scratch marks leading away, as if something heavy had been dragged out. Right, let's keep going up. So they dragged it upstairs. They took it out and dragged it upward. Jeez. Okay. It looks like someone had started to position the chest with for a drop over the edge, perhaps an effort to break it open. Ironically, the chest does not appear to be locked. Yeah. Oh wow. So they were bringing it up here to drop it down and open it, and then he actually just killed himself. Oof. It's kobold for you. Conduit of the Southern Storm. Have you found the conduit? Yes, I have. Not only was Olbrag once a storm rider, but he served as Belgrim's right hand as storm guard for a long time. Seems they had a falling out over the rooks, but Olbrag, Olbrarig, or I don't even know how to say his name, Olbrag says that the conduit will serve as a beacon. If the storm rooks of Skywall are willing, it will guide them through the storm. He also seems to think I should be the one to use it. It has been a long time since I've seen the conduit. The last time I saw it was the last time I saw him, and it is strange to see it in the hands of anyone other than Baelgrim. Charging up that hill. That's like this song, running up that hill. What is that? I think that's Stranger Things. It's funny when like games and stuff like that use pop culture references in them. Like I just find it funny. That's a cool little tidbit there. So before we use the conduit to summon the storm rooks, we need to recharge it. There are other gentler ways of doing this, but we have to work with what's on hand. The way to the peak is overrun with hostile elementals cast off from the storm. If we send them back to their plane, we can capture their residual energy and re energize the conduit. While you work on recharging the conduit, we will go ahead and prepare the ritual at the peak. Heeding the call. Earthen from across the island have been drawn to this place. Kind of a strange coincidence you'd show up now too. Maybe it's because Baelgrim's gone, or a new storm ward's coming, or it could just be barometric pressure. Bah! There is time enough to spin wild theories later. Right now, we need to assist the pilgrims that have foolishly attempted the summits unprepared. We can't be worrying about them while we try to summon stormwoods. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, right. All right. The conduit. Baelgrim used this to call out the rooks through the storm. He seldom spoke of the process. Was he ashamed to have bound the Stormrooks? Did he realize what he was doing? Maybe he hid this away for a reason. The conduit, do you feel that? It's humming. No, it's particularly singing with power. It's practically singing with power. I've heard this song before, late at night in the Stormperch's rookery, when the storms would come and lightning flashed across the bay. The rooks would answer just like this. Can you hear it? Heeding the call. If the storm summoned these earthen here, does that mean they have a role to play in what comes next? We've directed them to hold up in the cave near the peak for now. I'm not sure what's next for them or any of us. Alright. Rook rally. Now that we've got the conduit all charged, I suppose it's time we joined everyone on the peak. Thrall talked me through what to expect, but also said summoning the Stormrooks will require me to trust my feelings and instincts. And Earthen trusting their feelings and instincts. That's a challenge. Would you help me, right? Oh, you will help me, right? I'm not a fighter and it looks dangerous up there. If anything happens to me, make sure Stromberg makes it out safe, please. All right. I can do this. I can do this. Now I gotta help hold the elementals at bay. Light work, no reaction. Oh, I almost got offed. What was that? Something almost offed me. That's crazy. I think that's probably what it was. I was standing in something. All right, it's too much. I can't do it. Off of here. Cutscene. That looks drippy. All right. So now comes along the task of training the new storm riders. All right. Rook rally. Well done. It seems the rooks of Skywall haven't just answered the call, they were reaching out to us, and they have chosen their own riders for this new generation. I am honored to have played a role in this ritual. All right, I'm not even going to read that because we're going to end the video here. So thank you all for coming and tuning in. I appreciate that. Oh wait, I thought I could do the dance. But appreciate you coming by, checking it out, being a part of the journey as we go through. Hopefully, sometime soon this week, we'll be able to finish the main campaign and get started on all the other patches. Just going through, doing a huge like story recap, I think is cool. It's pretty nice. If you want to get caught up on everything that happened in War Within, feel free to stay tuned. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share the channel. Much appreciated, and thank you. Till next time, see ya.